First, it was lessons online when schools were in lockdown. Then it was GP consultations. Now, Dorset police are using video calls to take statements from some victims of crime. They say a trial last summer has proved a success, so it's now being rolled out across the county, as Tom Hepworth reports.
Police call centres like this one in Bournemouth are getting busier, and the calls they're dealing with are getting increasingly complex as well. So much so that the Inspectorate for Constabulary has warned that the public demand may be in danger of overwhelming the police service. So some forces, like Dorset, are working smarter.
Joe, it's Tony from Dorset Police here. Is it in relation to the assault that took place?
People who've been victims of crimes like assaults, stalking or criminal damage can now talk to police officers on a video call.
Because people are more comfortable to talk to us on their terms. We've had people who have stepped out of work during lunchtime hours or on their way to work or whilst at home, but it's not going to be forced upon victims of crime. It's their choice. It's whether people are over 18, whether they have the technology and the offender is absent from the scene.
Tony Tabor was subjected to a campaign of harassment by a former partner and chose to give evidence in a video call.
I was very scared, I was very frightened, very upset. I didn't want anyone in my home. My home is my safe place, it's my sanctuary, and I really couldn't deal with somebody else who was frightening and scary, who I didn't know, a stranger in my home.
The response was quicker too. Within 24 hours, she'd given a statement.
Officers are able to investigate crimes faster. They're not travelling between different destinations. We're also seeing that officers not engaged with the emergency response, the virtual response, are in our communities responding to incidents faster.
So my name's PC Holland. I'm from our enhanced video response unit.
And this is it in action. PC Holland is contacting this man about a domestic dispute and suspected criminal damage in Blandford.
Eventually I checked my guitar and it was absolutely obliterated.
The force denies this is policing on the cheap, saying it's a more efficient and effective way of using resources and reducing officers' workload. In fact, in last summer's trial, 4 out of 5 victims of crime preferred to talk on a video call than face-to-face.
It gave me an element of control back that I hadn't had for quite some time. Having the police officer on screen in front of me, it meant it was a real person. It wasn't just a voice at the end of the phone. It wasn't something, it wasn't AI, it wasn't something, made up. There was actually a real person who was interested in what I was saying and was actually taking what I was saying seriously.
The pilot also revealed the number of crimes resulting in an arrest or an interview almost quadrupled when video calls were used. And the force is now making around 30 a day. Tom Hepworth, BBC South Today.